Good afternoon, Brigadier General Fasano, Command Sergeant Major Gwynn, and distinguished guests attending today's ceremony virtually. Today's ceremony is conducted without troops to ensure the safety of our soldiers and to maintain social distancing requirements. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's change of command ceremony where Colonel William F. Wilkerson will relinquish command of the 643rd Regional Support Group to Colonel Steven P. Ressler. The reviewing officer for today's ceremony is Brigadier General Cheryn L. Fasano, Commanding General, 310th Expeditionary Sustainment Command. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Brigadier General Cheryn Fasano serves as the commander of the 310th Expeditionary Sustainment Command, headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana. The command provides mission command for all assigned and attached forces and provides trained and ready soldiers for the U.S. Army. Before taking command, Brigadier General Fasano commanded the 475th Quartermaster Group. Her last active duty assignment was as Chief Movement Tracking Branch, U.S. Army Europe Sustainment Directorate in Heidelberg, Germany, from 2008 to 2010. She has served 4 years of active duty following the events of 9/11, totaling 57 months, including deploying to Balad, Iraq, as the Support Operations Transportation Officer for the 172nd Corps Support Group in 2004. Brigadier General Fasano received an ROTC Reserve Commission from Indiana University, Purdue University at Indianapolis in 1989. She holds a Bachelor of Science in Physical Education from Indiana University, a Master's of Business Administration from the University of Phoenix, a Master's of Science in Recreation Management from Texas State University, San Marcos, and a Master of Strategic Studies from the U.S. Army War College. Her military education includes Adjutant General Officer Basic Course, Transportation Corps Officer Advanced Course, Combined Arms and Services Staff School, Command and General Staff College, and the U.S. Army War College, Department of Distance Education, Distinguished Graduate. Brigadier General Fasano's awards and decorations include the Bronze Star Medal, Meritorious Service Medal with 5 oak leaf clusters, Army Commendation Medal with 4 oak leaf clusters, Joint Service Achievement Medal, Army Achievement Medal with 3 oak leaf clusters, Iraq Campaign Medal, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, Korean Defense Service Medal, Combat Action Badge, and Meritorious Unit Award. Brigadier General Fasano is retired from the civil service, and she is married to Colonel Retired John Fasano for 24 years. Colonel William Wilkerson took command of the 643rd Regional Support Group in April 2018. During his 2-year tenure at the 643rd RSG, the RSG participated in Command-Supported Training Exercise, CSTX, 86-18-02 and mobilized to Fort Hood, Texas for 12 months. During the RSG's mobilization, the RSG supported 25,000 mobilizing and demobilizing Army Reserve and National Guard soldiers, receiving accolades on its performance. Colonel Wilkerson believes that unit success revolves around soldier readiness and realistic training. Colonel Wilkerson encourages unit commanders to empower subordinates, be creative, and seek continuous improvement. Colonel Wilkerson completed the Army War College in 2017, earning a Master's in Strategic Studies. His previous professional military education includes the Advanced Joint Professional Military Education course, the Advanced Warfighter Operations course, Intermediate Level Education course, Combined Service Staff School, the Transportation Officer Advanced course, and the Transportation Officer Basic course. Colonel Wilkerson's many awards and decorations include the Bronze Star with 1 oak leaf cluster, the Meritorious Service Medal with 3 oak leaf clusters, several Army Commendation and Army Achievement Medals, the Southwest Asia Service Medal, the Afghanistan Campaign Medal, the Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary and Service Medals, the Combat Action Badge, the Parachutist Badge, and the Aerosol Badge. In 1994, Colonel Wilkerson received his bachelor's degree in finance from the University of Tampa and is commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army Transportation Corps. In 2008, Colonel Wilkerson completed his master's in business administration from Chaminade University in Honolulu, Hawaii. Colonel Wilkerson and his wife, Deborah, have been married for 25 years. They have 3 children, Lee, William, and Mary Jane, and currently reside in Indianapolis, Indiana. Colonel Steven Ressler is joining from the 76th Operational Readiness Command, where he was the Emergency Preparedness Liaison Officer for the state of Michigan. Like many others, he was mobilized for the past few months in support of the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic, helping coordinate the federal resources between the state, Michigan National Guard, and FEMA. Colonel Ressler completed the Army War College in 2017, earning a master's in strategic studies. His previous professional military education includes the Reserves Component Theater Sustainment Course, Intermediate Level Education Course, Combined Service Staff School, the Quartermaster Officer Advanced Course, Mortuary Affairs Course, and the Quartermaster Officer Basic Course. Colonel Ressler's awards and decorations include the Bronze Star, the Meritorious Service Medal, several Army Commendation and Army Achievement Medals, the Iraq Campaign Medal, the Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary and Service Medals, the Parachutist Badge, and the German Armed Forces Proficiency Badge. In 1993, Colonel Ressler received his bachelor's degree in finance from Ohio State University in Columbus and is commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army Quartermaster Corps. Colonel Ressler and his wife, Cinnamon, have been married for 23 years and currently reside in Milford, Michigan. The 643rd Regional Support Group began as the 643rd Area Support Group, constituted on the 16th of April, 1999 in the Army Reserve. The group was activated April 2004 through April 2006 to support the war on terrorism. The unit was reorganized and redesignated on the 16th of September 2006 as the 643rd Regional Support Group. The 643rd was ordered into active military service on the 10th of June 2010 at Whitehall, Ohio, and deployed to Afghanistan and was released from active military service on the 14th of July 2011. The 643rd Regional Support Group was ordered into active military service on the 18th of March 2019 and mobilized to Fort Hood, Texas, where it served as the Hood Mobilization Brigade for 1 year. The 643rd Regional Support Group is composed of 4 battalions consisting of 19 companies with a total strength of 2,050 soldiers. The colors standing before you represent the colors of the 643rd Regional Support Group and are a proud testimony of the unit's history. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the National Anthem. Please be seated. The transfer of the unit colors today is significant in many ways. The history, tradition, and accomplishments of the 643rd Regional Support Group are embodied in these colors. With this transfer, the unit legacy is passed as a building block for further performance and achievements. Historically, these colors served as the point around which the soldiers of the organization rallied as they moved forward in battle. The colors of the organization have traditionally been at the side of the commander and were carried forward even if the commander fell in combat. All others in the organization might perish, but the colors live on forever. And so, with the transfer of the colors, goes the transfer of the responsibilities for the accomplishment of the mission and the welfare of the soldiers. Colonel Wilkerson, who has held these responsibilities for the past 26 months, will now relinquish them. Brigadier General Fasano will charge Colonel Ressler with these responsibilities. Command Sergeant Major Cottrell, the 643rd RSG Command Sergeant Major, passes the colors to Colonel Wilkerson, symbolic of the support the NCO Corps gives to the commander. As his official last act as commander of the 643rd RSG, Colonel Wilkerson relinquishes the colors to Brigadier General Fasano. Brigadier General Fasano passes the colors to Colonel Ressler, signifying that the 643rd Regional Support Group is now entrusted to him. By authority of the Army Regulations 600-20, the undersigned assumes command of the 643rd Regional Support Group, effective on the 6th of June 2020, signed Steven Ressler, Colonel, Logistics Commanding. Colonel Ressler now passes the colors to Command Sergeant Major Cottrell, indicative of the trust and confidence the commander places in the NCO Corps. Command Sergeant Major Cottrell returns the colors to its location, symbolizing that the colors belong to the soldiers of the Regional Support Group. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commanding General of the 310th Expeditionary Sustainment Command, Brigadier General Cheryn Fasano.
Good afternoon, everybody attending virtually and the few folks that we have sitting here today. Welcome to today's change of command ceremony between Colonel Bill Wilkerson, outgoing Group Commander, and Colonel Steve Ressler, incoming Group Commander. It's my honor to be here today to pass the command between these two outstanding and dedicated colonels. I do have plenty of good things to say about both these great leaders, but first I want to address the soldiers of the 643rd RSG. If not for your hard work and dedication to training and completing the mission, these commanders, no matter how hard they worked or how dedicated they are, would be successful. As your ESC commander, I'm extremely proud of the work you do every day, and especially the sacrifices that you make to your family and civilian careers in order to serve. And I'm especially proud of how well the headquarters did while mobilized at Fort Hood over the last year. I heard only great things about your performance. I'm fully aware that the Army Reserve that you probably signed up for is not what you're experiencing today. We've been in a state of major change the last couple of years, and we've asked a lot more of you than anybody ever expected, and you have all stepped up to that challenge. What we do in the Army Reserve, especially over the last 3 or 4 years as we move from a strategic force to an operational force, it's time-consuming and challenging enough. As soon as we get used to one new normal, things change again. And they've changed a lot over the last 2 years that Colonel Wilkerson and I have both been in command. The new normal is there is no normal. Threats emerge unexpectedly. The recent environment with COVID-19 and that fight changed things dramatically. We had to figure out a new way to do things to maintain some level of readiness within the current constraints. You all adjusted quickly to the concept of virtual battle assemblies and innovative approaches to maintaining readiness. I know it's been stressful, and I can't thank you enough for your flexibility and leadership. To Colonel Wilkerson, you've accomplished a lot over the last 2 years as commander, and I thank you for leading the RSG to success. Command is very difficult, a challenge that many officers in the Army never get an opportunity to do or even step forward to ask to do. That you made the decision shows your dedication to soldiers and to the Army. Command requires a sacrifice of time and sometimes sanity, especially when mobilized to support a mission. And I know your wife Deborah and your family will be happy to get some of that time back as you come out of command. And I thank Deborah and your children, Lee, William, and Mary, who is our MC today, that they've supported you in this command during the deployment and allowed so much of your time to be taken up with it. I do especially want to thank Mary. Continuing to serve, or serving in the military, we tend to follow into the military because our families have served. So you've influenced your daughter positively, Bill, and I'm sure will continue the great Wilkerson tradition in the Army Reserve. Being in command is often a thankless job and make a lot of sacrifices in order to serve this way. It's a commitment that none of us take lightly. And Bill, you consistently demonstrated over the last 2 years you take it very seriously. Colonel Wilkerson is an exceptionally accomplished and talented officer, and I was going to run through some of your things that you've done, but that was taken up at the introduction. But there are a few really exceptional things in there. First is your education. You're educated very well in both the civilian and the military realms. You went on to get your MBA, and then you've got your Master's in Strategic Studies, as well as doing AJPME. And then if you go through your bio, all the experiences that you've had in the military and all the challenging positions that you had, you commanded at all levels. You've served on staff at both the battalion and brigade level, and you've stepped up and taken those challenging jobs, and you've been very successful in them. And now, completing a successful brigade command. It's a big deal. It's a good resume any senior officer would be proud to have. But what Colonel Wilkerson is exceptionally proud of is the work of the 643rd and what they've done. Taking command of a formation at the 06 level is not an easy task, but then leading a command through mobilization, at the same time significantly raising readiness levels and administration requirements to new heights. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but Colonel Wilkerson is extremely persistent. So I'm letting you know, if you haven't noticed, he's extremely persistent. He knows what he wants to achieve and what you want for the soldiers and for the Army, and you make it happen. Within the 310th ESC, the 643rd RSG has the highest number of graduates from Airborne and Air Assault School, a total of 12 in 2 years. He took a personal interest in getting soldiers across his RSG promoted at an unprecedented level. And by instituting solid standards and processes, consistently maintained the RSG at 0 late evaluations. The 643rd has also maintained the highest level of medical readiness in the 310th ESC, and it's all due to the hard work and dedication that you've done. But most importantly, Colonel Wilkerson led the forward element to Fort Hood for a year, setting the bar high for any RSGs coming in after them. Like I said at the beginning, I'm exceptionally proud of all the hard work of the soldiers of the 643rd RSG. But what Colonel Wilkerson is first and foremost about is soldiers, and still caring for soldiers while ensuring that the standards are met. And it's a unique and a desirable trait that we want to see in senior leaders. So Bill, thank you again for leading the 643rd over the last 2 years. Your performance has been nothing short of phenomenal. While we'll be losing a great leader with today's change of command, we know that we're getting another great group commander. I've already had several conversations with Colonel Ressler, and I know he'll continue to do great things for the 643rd. He's absolutely ready to take command. Colonel Ressler also brings extensive tactical and logistical experience with him. He's taken the hard jobs throughout his 27 years in the military, commanding at every level, serving in key staff positions as well in battalion and brigade, and including deploying with the 13th ESC. I do want to take an opportunity to also welcome Steve's wife, Cinnamon, to the 310th and the 643rd family. None of us could do what we do without the support and encouragement of our family, and I know that you're extremely grateful to have love and support of your wife. I mentioned earlier about Colonel Wilkerson's daughter following in his footsteps, and one of the questions I ask most military people is, do you have family members that serve? Because 80% of those who are serving today have a family member, whether it's a mother, father, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, that has also served in the military. This tends to be a family business. And with Steve, it's a family business as well. His dad's a retired lieutenant colonel who served 10 years on active duty and 12 years in the Army Reserve, and then his uncle's also a retired captain out of the Navy. So I want to say thank you for your service and for your family service as well, and we continue this family business. So as I've talked, you know that you're inheriting a really successful RSG. When you get a new job, you really don't want that entity to be that successful, because you want to leave your mark. You want to make your impression, you want to improve things. And while Bill has done an exceptional job over the last 2 years, you will have your set of challenges and ways to continue to improve the RSG. And I alluded to some recently about the change to virtual battle assemblies and how do we maintain that level of readiness within those constraints. This is a new way of doing business, what we're doing. And you saw firsthand that COVID-19 fight coming off that mobilization as an EPLO. So you will have plenty. Yes. Good news and bad news, you're going to have plenty. You know, we talked a little bit about the units under your command, and as we're changing, and you'll see some changes in that. You're spread across a large area. You have a lot of multifunctional units, and it's really important that you go out there and lead those soldiers. So my primary advice to you is commander's command. Now go command your unit. Victory through support.
Ladies and gentlemen, the former commander of the 643rd Regional Support Group, Colonel William F. Wilkerson.
General Fasano, Command Sergeant Major Gwynn, Army Reserve Ambassador Verpert, friends, family, and soldiers of the 643rd Regional Support Group. It's been a great 2 years, and I'm proud of all that we've accomplished. General Fasano has mentioned a lot of those things. It's been a whirlwind, I can tell you that, from one thing to the next. Took command, and then Sergeant Major Cottrell came online, and we immediately got prepared to go to CSTX up in Minnesota. And then right after that, we were preparing to go to Fort Hood for 12 months. So it's been one thing right after another, And like General Fasano says, I believe that's the new normal. And then, of course, with the COVID pandemic going on, that even creates another set of challenges. Units of the RSG have participated throughout all exercises throughout the world. We've got soldiers deployed. We've been in multiple places. Even though a couple have been canceled here recently, we've got QLEX coming up. So we've got a lot of things. And when I first took over, we had some units going to NTC, and they did exceptionally well. You know, so I'm just as proud as I could be of the soldiers, the leadership, and all the civilians in the 643rd RSG. We've succeeded, and we've done very, very well. The 12 months down at Fort Hood, we helped over 22,000 Army Reserve and National Guard members mobilize and demobilize through Fort Hood. And we did a lot of good work down there, working to increase this soldiers' lives down there. We worked to set up a lot of new things. There's going to be a new cafeteria or new cafe down there that I'm sure that the 310th will have an opportunity to use at North Fort Hood. So it's been a challenge. At the same time, it's been hugely successful, and proud of all that you've accomplished. Like General Fasano said, I'm really proud of what the Sergeant Major and the soldiers have done with the success of the Airborne School and the Air Assault School. That's been a huge, huge opportunity that a lot of soldiers don't get a chance to go to, and the 643rd soldiers have stood up, and Sergeant Major Cottrell has made that successful across the unit. Ma'am, again, thank you for the 2 years. I really appreciate it. And probably you were not aware that Colonel Ressler and I sat next to each other in our War College class at the seminar. So I know Colonel Ressler, and I know that he's going to do great and wondrous things at the 643rd. And again, thanks for everything. Lead to victory. Whoop. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the 643rd Regional Support Group, Colonel Steven P. Ressler.
General Fasano, Command Sergeant Major Gwynn, of course, family, friends that are watching online, and most importantly, the soldiers of the 645th Regional Support Group. First off, just thank you very much. Happy to be on board. And General, thank you very much for the kind words. And the one thing I've learned over my career is be brief and be gone. So with that, I just want to say a couple quick things. I know my wife was not able to be here today because of the COVID, so to my wife and my family and friends that are back home, thank you very much. Could not have had this opportunity without you. And to the soldiers out there that I've served with and that are about to meet and work with, and, you know, could have been, as the General said, we don't make it here without you guys. So I'm really looking forward to the challenge and opportunity that awaits me over the next 2 years. You know, Bill did leave a little bit of room at the top where I can take this unit to the next level, so we'll try and work that and continue to move forward a little bit. COVID-19 does present an interesting challenge, but I will be rotating out around doing a battlefield circulation as quickly as I can be over the next couple months. I'm going to try and get out to every unit as quickly as possible and start meeting everybody and start engaging everyone. So again, I'm just really looking forward to the opportunity to meet everybody in person, live, do some handshaking or elbow bumps, as the case may be. But thank you again. I'm looking forward to it, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing and singing of the Army Song.
March along, sing a song with the army of the free. Count the brave, count the true, who have fought to victory. We're the army and proud of our name. We're the army and proudly proclaim.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Thank you for attending. Today's ceremony is being recorded and will be available for viewing on the 643rd RSG's YouTube channel.